Hey everyone, I welcome you back to iQuanta's YouTube classroom, and this is session 5 of idiom and phrases. तो आज मैं आपको एक छोटी सी कहानी सुनाना चाहती हूँ before starting the class. So I saw two people talking today, and these two people were, I don't know, acquaintances, friends, I just don't know. I just overheard the conversation because I was in the park, and these two people were sitting very near, very close to me. So these people were talking, and one, I suppose and I guess, because of what and how they were talking, I assumed that one was a businessman and the other one was a corporate worker. So they both were talking to each other, and the one who I assumed was a businessman, he said and he told the corporate worker that कि यार तुम लोग तो कॉर्पोरेट में काम करते हो, तुम्हारा तो मस्त है, आसान है, जाओ काम करो, आ जाओ. यहाँ बिजनेस में तो कुछ पता ही नहीं है कब क्या हो जाएगा एंड एवरीथिंग, कि तुम्हारा तो सही है ये वो. सो बेसिकली दिस पर्सन, द बिजनेसमैन, was actually trying to show the other person कि यार मेरा जो काम है बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, बट तुम्हारा आसान है, तुम क्यों दुखी हो, लाइक दैट. बट यू नेवर नो, राइट, कि सामने वाला किस सिचुएशन में है. सो इस बेसिकली कि आप कभी समझ नहीं पाओगे कि सामने वाला किस सिचुएशन में है, किस तरीके से उसकी लाइफ जा रही है. सो नंबर वन, ऑलवेज बी काइंड एंड चूज योर वर्ड्स वाइजली, राइट, वेरी 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 वाइजली. मतलब बहुत ही सावधानी से बात करने की ज़रूरत है इस दुनिया में, because you have no idea what someone is going through, you have no idea what all problems they are facing in their life, you have no idea how bad of a situation they actually are, right? So be very very generous, be kind, be wise, and choose your words wisely. That's the most important thing. वो कहते हैं ना, मैं तो सोचता नहीं हूँ, मैं तो बस बोल देता हूँ. नहीं, सोचो, ज़रूरी है बोलने से पहले सोचना, क्योंकि बिना सोचे बोलोगे तो कुछ भी बोल सकते हो, राइट? सो डोंट मेक इट कूल कि मैं तो बस बोल देता हूँ सोच समझ, बिना सोचे समझे, बस मेरा तो ऐसा ही है. Don't make this thing cool. Please be mindful of the words that you choose. And yes, that person did say some mean things that I cannot tell you to the other person. But yeah, don't do that to anybody, right? उसका मुंह इतना छोटू सा हो गया था. ये एक मुहावरा है बेसिकली हिंदी में. So ठीक है, मतलब don't do this to anybody, because it is always easier said than done, right? Now this is one idiom. So easier said than done is basically कि कहना आसान है करने से, right? Idiom, phrase कह लो basically इसको, because it is very direct कि it is easier said than done. तो मतलब you don't know ना वो किस situation में है. जब तक you are not there in that person's situation, you can never know, right? So be kind, be happy. Let's begin with the sessions. This is session number 5 of idiom and phrases. अगर आप पहली बार ये वीडियो देख रहे हैं तो और 4 सेशंस हो चुके हैं ऑलरेडी. Why idiom and phrases you already know. अगर आपको नहीं पता है तो शॉर्ट में समझ लो कि एग्जाम्स में आ सकते हैं, ठीक है. The first idiom is eat crow. ईट क्रो. तो एक्चुअली लिटरल मीनिंग तो थोड़ी ना ये होता है कि खा जाओ, क्रो खा जाओ. नो, इट इज बेसिकली टू बी फोर्स्ड टू एडमिट दैट यू वर रॉन्ग, राइट? यू वर रॉन्ग एंड देन यू हैव टू अपोलोजाइज फोर्सफुली. बेसिकली मतलब ज़बरदस्ती आपसे कराया जाता है, स्पेशली इन अ ह्यूमिलिएटिंग और एम्बैरेसिंग वे, राइट? सो eating something that you can't eat, eating something disagreeable actually symbolizes कि आपको humiliate किया जा रहा है. You are forced and you are humiliated. So admit you were wrong and endure humiliation is the figurative meaning after the forecast failed, the analyst had to eat crow on live TV. Sad. Alright, so there's eat someone out of house and home. So basically to consume so much of a person's food कि उसके पास कुछ बचा ही नहीं, कि now that their all their resources are depleted, they have nothing now, basically forcing them to buy more, right? आपने सब कुछ खा लिया, उनके घर में जितना भी खाना था सब खत्म कर दिया. That's when you say eat someone out of house and home. ठीक है? Someone's huge appetite, literal or figurative, exhausts another's resources. ठीक है? The guests ate us out of house and home after the festival. So eat से related इतने दो idioms हमने पढ़ लिए. एक होता है, क्योंकि eat की बात कर रहे हैं हम, तो हमने जैसे easier said than done हमने सुना, तो easy as pie. तो easy as pie मतलब pie की तरह easy नहीं, but simply very easy. ठीक है? Then there's eat humble pie. Eat humble pie is basically making a humbling apology. मतलब आप to see, you just admit, क्योंकि हम जब बात करते हैं eat crow की, तो वहाँ पे हमें humiliation मिल रहा है. ठीक है? eat crow में हमें humiliation मिल रहा है, but eat humble pie is like you make a humbling apology. आप admit करते हो that you were wrong and you are not being humiliated in this situation. So दो different हो गए, eat humble pie. ठीक है? Then there's eat one's words. मतलब basically you admit that the statement that you made was wrong, often because you were proven wrong, not because you realized or you felt that I was wrong, no, but because you were proven wrong, right? That's eat one's words. Then there's eat someone alive. You must have heard it, right? It's basically to criticize somebody, right? You criticize somebody angrily, right? बहुत ही गुस्से में. ठीक है? Then there's eat like a bird. Eat like a bird. सुना होगा ना आपने, चिड़िया की तरह खाती है. That means somebody has a very small appetite, right? अब इसी का उल्टा हो जाएगा, eat like a horse. Eat like a horse is huge appetite, right? So eat related कितने सारे idioms है इस दुनिया में, right? So eat like a bird, eat like a horse. Eat someone out of house and home हमने कर लिया है. Then there's egg someone on. So basically when you encourage somebody, right, or urge someone to continue doing something. So encourage or incite someone to do something, especially something unwise and foolish. ठीक है? That's when we use egg on, right, or egg someone on. तो आप उनसे कुछ dangerous करने के लिए कह रहे हो, right? So this phrase actually carries a negative connotation, right? This is actually implying that the person is being egged on. If a person is being egged on, this person is being provoked or pushed into an action that shouldn't be done, right? An action that should be avoided, right? So negative connotation है. So have an अब एक आता है, एक एंटोनिम आता है, have egg on one's face, जिसका मतलब है be embarrassed after making a mistake or making a blunder, right? So that's when you have, वो अंडे फेंकते हैं ना after a bad performance, अंडे and टमाटर, that's when you have egg on your face, right? Okay, then there's elephant in the room. Elephant in the room actually is an obvious significant problem. Let's see. A glaringly obvious problem or uncomfortable truth that people avoid discussing. So basically this is an obvious significant problem or basically controversial issue जिसको आसपास के लोगों को पता तो है.
Your Google
Everyone is
Assistant hasn't been set up yet. To get started, download the Google
sorry.
Home app on a phone or tablet.
Okay, thank you. All right. Anyway, so when you have an elephant in the room, so basically एक बहुत ही obvious, बहुत ही controversial problem है जिसके बारे में पता है सबको. Everybody is aware about it, but they are deliberately avoiding this issue. They are deliberately they avoid discussing this issue, right? Why? Because of discomfort, maybe embarrassment, maybe sensitivity, right? So the elephants बेसिकली अगर आप देखो सो एलिफेंट का साइज जो है वो बहुत बड़ा होता है, वो बहुत ही यू नो इट इज लाइक you cannot avoid the size of an elephant, right? So ये एक metaphor है, it's a perfect metaphor for for suppressed obviousness कि हाँ मतलब आप एक बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है, there's an elephant in the room, सबको पता है, it is visible to everybody, deliberately सब लोग उसको avoid कर रहे हैं, it is basically a suppressed obviousness. ठीक है. Then there's end in the lurch. Let's see what it means. Be abandoned or left in a difficult situation unexpectedly. So अब lurch और इसको हम कह सकते हैं leave someone in the lurch. ठीक है. End up leave someone in the lurch तो है ही शायद नहीं. Okay. End up in the lurch या फिर leave someone in the lurch. So basically to avoid or to basically abandon somebody without help or support during a situation where they need you the most, right? जहाँ पे उनको आपकी सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, आपने उस situation में जब आप किसी को छोड़ देते हो, that's when you make them end up in a lurch, right? This actually leaves a person in a vulnerable and helpless state, right? बहुत ही ऐसी situation में कि so why have they written lurch because it connotates sudden awkwardness, right? And end up actually stresses on the outcome कि अभी एक awkward situation हो गई, I was relying on this person and now they've left suddenly, there's an awkwardness and now what will happen, right? So be abandoned or left in a difficult situation unexpectedly. When the partner left, she was left to end up in the lurch. That's how you use it in a sentence, right? Then there's extend an olive branch. So to basically to make an offer of peace or reconciliation. You make an offer of peace, you make an offer of friendship or reconciliation to someone with whom you have had a disagreement, a quarrel or a conflict, right? So this basically signifies a willingness to end hostilities, right? And you want to restore harmony at this particular point. So olive branch is basically a long standing peace symbol, ठीक है? So that is why they've used extend an olive branch as an idiom here. So olive branch को याद रखना, it is basically a symbol of peace. Alright, earn one's stripe. Let's see. So to gain acceptance, prove one's ability or gain deserved status through effort. So this person actually gets acceptance, they get respect or a position of authority, maybe within a group where they've always wanted to be respected, right? So that's when you say earned one's stripe. So in military you must have seen कि stripes के basis पे stripes actually they actually display their physical position in the military, है ना. So uniform पे होती है वो stripes, आपने देखी होंगी. तो ये actually signify करते हैं कि उनकी rank क्या है, what is the rank that they hold. तो उसी से ये आया है earn one's stripes. अब ज़रूरी नहीं है ये सिर्फ मिलिट्री में यूज़ किया जाए, बट यू कैन यूज़ इट जनरली ऑल्सो. शी अर्नड हर स्ट्राइप्स बाय लीडिंग द टफेस्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स. ठीक है, ऑलराइट. देन देयर्स earn one's keep. So it basically means to earn what is needed to support oneself. राइट, अपने आप को सपोर्ट करने के लिए यू अर्न समथिंग, राइट. सो दैट्स अर्न वंस कीप. सॉरी, ऑलराइट. सो एग्जाम्पल कैन बी शी अर्नड हर स्ट्राइप्स बाय लीडिंग द टफेस्ट प्रोजेक्ट, दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन. नाउ ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. So ebb basically it actually describes a repeated process of I don't know, of increase and decrease, of rise and fall. मतलब बढ़ रहा है, कम हो रहा है, बढ़ रहा है, कम हो रहा है. It is actually similar to the natural rhythm of ocean. आपने देखा होगा ना, ऐसे इस तरीके से ऐसे होता है the waves and everything. So उस तरीके से कि बढ़ रहा है, फॉल कर रहा है, बढ़ रहा है, फॉल कर रहा है. So basically recurrent और cyclic pattern of increase and decrease, इसके लिए यूज होता है ebb and flow. ठीक है, the city's fortune have an even flow tied to tourism. मतलब कि अपन अभी पता नहीं है, कभी उठता है, कभी कम होता है, कभी उठता है, कभी कम होता है. So this actually, you know, ebb की अगर हम बात करें, it is actually, you know, it tides recede and flow, recede, fall. Flow actually advance, it shows advance. So basically a tidal motion is a model for cyclic change, right. तो ये आपने देखा होगा कि एक मोशन बेसिकली, अब how do I explain, if you must have seen the waves and everything, तो कभी ऊपर जाती है, कभी नीचे आती हैं. तो it is not certain, कुछ भी certain नहीं है, right. वो ऊपर नीचे जाती रहती है, ऐसा नहीं है कि they will flow flat all the time. That's not possible. ठीक है. So तो आप इसको किसी भी तरीके से यूज़ कर सकते हो, जैसे कि हमने यहाँ पे सिटी फॉर्च्यून को लेके यूज़ किया है. देन देयर इज और ऑन द साइड ऑफ caution. So or basically ERR, it actually acknowledges the possible overcorrections, right. So it actually emphasizes prudence. Prudence is judgment, मतलब बहुत ही तगड़ा जजमेंट अगर किसी के अंदर हो तो. So prefer to be overly cautious rather than risk being reckless. So this person is so cautious, मतलब एकदम ही they want to avoid all the mistakes. So basically you act in an extremely careful way to avoid any mistake possible. किसी भी तरीके की mistake आप नहीं देते हो. So this actually implies that it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, right? That's true. Alright. Eye of the beholder. So basically it means कि judgment. It actually tells about the judgment of beauty. क्या beholder बताएगा ना, right? It is basically the judgment of beauty, value and all these things. ये जो है ये actually में so okay, there's a beholder. अभी उसके पर्सपेक्टिव से मे बी मेरे को जो चीज़ सुंदर लगती है, हो सकता है आपको सुंदर नहीं लगे. तो दिस एक्चुअली टेल्स अबाउट द जजमेंट ऑफ ब्यूटी, वैल्यू एंड ट्रूथ, एंड all these things are subjective, right? And it actually depends entirely on the individual's perspective the individuals, how do we say, individuals observing powers, individuals, how they perceive it, how they think about it, right? So अपने पर्सनल ओपिनियंस और पर्सपेक्टिव पे ये चीज़ बहुत ज़्यादा डिपेंड करती है. तो ये सेंटेंस हमें, ये इडियम ये बताता है कि आइज ऑफ द बिहोल्डर. सो कहते हैं ना, ब्यूटी लाइज इन द आइज ऑफ द बिहोल्डर. सो जो बिहोल्डर है, जो इंसान है, उसकी आंखों में ही खूबसूरती है. तो जब आपको कोई कहता है कि आप बड़े खूबसूरत हैं, आप बड़े सुंदर हैं, आपकी स्माइल बहुत अच्छी है, तो नहीं, एक्चुअली में अच्छी है नहीं है पता नहीं, बट उनका नज़रिया है जो आपको खूबसूरत बनाता है ना. हो सकता है किसी और के लिए आप इतने खूबसूरत नहीं हो, दिल से, ज़ुबान से, सूरत से, या किसी भी चीज़ से, राइट. ओके, सो have eyes in the back of one's head or eyes in the back of one's head. तो इसका मतलब basically ये है, you are being aware, you are being observant of everything that's happening around you, and even if it's behind you, right? हर चीज़ के बारे में you are being aware, right? So it actually implies a superior level of perception or alertness. Yes. So आपकी alertness इतनी high है कि जैसे कि एक टीचर की होती है. So teachers seem to have eyes in the back of their heads. They catch everything. So I write sentences which are actually relatable. Okay. Being unusually alert, noticing what others think is unobserved. मतलब कोई सोच रहा है कि ये इसको तो ऑब्जर्व करने की भी कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. सो ऐसी चीज़ें भी आप ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. सो दैट्स व्हेन यू हैव आईज एट द बैक ऑफ योर हेड. वंस आईज आर बिगर देन वंस स्टमक. सो कुछ लोग होते हैं ना, आपने देखा होगा, शादियों में गए, एक प्लेट ली खाने की और उसको यहाँ तक भर लिया पूरी तरीके से. क्योंकि लगता है उनको कि ये सारा खाना मैं खा सकूँगा, राइट. सो समवन who wants to eat more food than they actually can eat, right? So they cannot finish this food. So it's basically used for such people who take too much food and leave it unconsumed, and they're not able to consume it. So overestimate one's capacity, usually for food, is called eyes are bigger than one's stomach. He filled his plate twice. His eyes were bigger than his stomach. Eye of the storm. So आपने देखा होगा जैसे एक बवंडर आया, ठीक है, उसके सेंटर में कहते हैं ना कि अगर आया है hurricane, do we call it hurricane? I'm not sure. So if it comes तो उसके सेंटर में खड़े हो जाओ. But I don't know, I don't understand उसके सेंटर में आप पहुँचोगे कैसे. But anyway, eye of the storm का मतलब है कि आप उसके सेंटर में खड़े हो जाओगे तो you are safe. This is what people say. So basically it's the calm center of a cyclone, right? Hurricane तो खैर नाम हुआ, but yeah, cyclone, है ना. So to be in the center of a difficult situation, in the center of a chaotic or controversial situation, that's when you are in the eye of the storm. A relatively calm and safe period amid chaos. So you can say that you can tell somebody that you are an eye of my storm. That means you're the calm between all the chaotic, all the controversial, all the bad situations. You're the calm between all these things. Example, for a few weeks, we were in the eye of the storm before the merger chaos resumed. Alright. Every which way but lose. So, okay. Every which way but lose. So, किसी भी तरीके से, right? Every possible way, but it's very chaotic or through. कितना भी, कैसा भी वे हो, किसी भी तरीके से कोई वे निकालो. So they searched every which way but lose to still couldn't find it. So basically बहुत chaos था, बहुत कुछ हुआ, बहुत bad situations and everything, हर पूरा दम लगा दिया, लेकिन उसके बाद भी कुछ नहीं हुआ. that's when you use every possible way but lose, right? अब तभी भी you just lose, right? LOOSE, LOSE नहीं, LOOSE, मतलब आप उस chaotic situation में भी ढील नहीं छोड़ सकते. It's like that, ठीक है? Then there's, क्योंकि अभी हमने किया क्या, I वाला, ivory, and this one's for eye of the storm. So I, there's a synonym called there's an idiom called eye for an eye for an eye. So basically justice given based on the equivalent retaliation, right? So basically 50-50. So it actually refers to the principle of retaliation or revenge, where one person who commits a crime or something, जो भी crime basically उन्होंने किया, तो this person उसको उसी तरीके की सज़ा मिलेगी, right? So this person should actually suffocate the exact same harm he caused. So that's eye for an eye, मतलब जैसे को तैसा हिंदी है इसका, ठीक है? So 50-50, जैसे को तैसा, जैसा तुमने किया वैसा ही तुमको मिलेगा भी वापस. Alright, every trick in the book, so you use every possible method or ruse. So you basically use every method, every strategy to achieve a desired outcome, or let's say to be successful at something. That's every trick in the book. So the negotiator tried every trick in the book to close the deal. So book actually stands for accumulated knowledge, right? तो बुक में सब होता है ना, इसलिए कि आपने हर तरीका आजमा लिया, एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगा लिया आपने, लेकिन तभी भी कुछ नहीं हो पाया. वो डिफरेंट चीज़ है, हो भी सकता है, राइट? यू यूज्ड एवरी ट्रिक in the book and actually got successful. Every cloud has a silver lining. So every cloud has a silver lining. इसका मतलब है कि even in a bad situation, even in a sad situation, even in despair, even in anything bad, there's always a positive part. There's always a hopeful side to it, right? So every bad situation have a positive side. Losing that job was hard, but every cloud has a silver lining. He found better work. So that's how it actually happens, right? So at the end of one's rope, so end of one's rope, basically end of one's tether. So reaching the limit of patience, endurance, or ability. So you have exhausted your patience, you have exhausted your resources, or you have exhausted your endurance, right? So now you're not able to take it, right? You are now no longer be able to cope with a difficult situation. That's when we say at the end of one's rope, right? कि एकदम ही पेशेंस खत्म हो चुका है, अब तो मतलब कुछ नहीं हो सकता, अब तो बिल्कुल ही दिमाग खराब हो गया है, राइट? ऑलराइट, सो आफ्टर मंथ्स विदाउट रिजल्ट्स शी वाज एट द एंड ऑफ हर होप. दैट्स एंड ऑफ वंस रोप. सो एवरी क्लाउड हैज़ अ सिल्वर लाइनिंग. इसी तरीके से एक आपने सुना होगा, बहुत कॉमन, मैंने लिखा नहीं है बिकॉज इट डजंट साउंड वेरी ऑफिशियल. सो it is every dog has its day, right? जैसे कि एक है every man for himself. So it basically means कि in a crisis people become selfish, right? वो सेल्फिश हो जाते हैं टू सर्वाइव. दैट्स एवरी मैन फॉर हिमसेल्फ. देन देयर्स एवरी नाउ एंड देन, मतलब ओकेजनली, एवरी नाउ एंड देन होता है occasionally. So ये तो आपको पता हो. Every dog, I think you know, every now and then भी पता होगा. Every man for himself, if नहीं पता था. So now you know it. Alright, we're done with today's idioms. और कुछ idioms हम जैसे कुछ idiom phrases देख लेते हैं. Enough is enough. जैसे कि एक easy idiom है, बहुत हुआ, मतलब अब बहुत हुआ, है ना. Then there's even odds, that means a 50-50 chance for something. Then there's even odds, even-handed. Even-handed is basically fair and impartial. ठीक है, तो देख लेना एक बार इसको. Then there's even Steven. Even Steven is basically equally matched or equally settled, right, or equally fair. That's even Steven. Then there's eye opener. तुमने तो मेरी आंखें खोल दी. Enlightening experience जैसे कहते हैं. Then there's 11th hour. 11th hour is basically at the last minute, at the last possible moment before the deadline. That's 11th hour, right, कि एकदम time पूरा होने से पहले, right. So that's 11th hour. Now write your sentences related to these idioms and everything. Write sentences, write more idioms if you know. कुछ भी देखो और practice करते रहो, अच्छे से पढ़ो. And do let us know if you know more idioms like these. We'll be happy to know, happy to learn. Together we will achieve more, right. So team की क्या full form होती है? Team की full form ये होती है, together everyone achieves more. So we all are a team, and let's learn more, let's understand, let's just conquer, right. All the best. See you in the next class.